Hello, welcome to Spell Day. We're covering a spell every single day of the year from the 5e PHB plus 3. Those plus 3 spells are homebrew spells. We're at plus 2 at the moment. You gotta back in the playlist to find them. Today's spell is Tsunami.
For 110 miles per hour, the skimmer reached land about 3 hours ago, and what? Wait a minute. There's a person surfing a huge wave out there. Oh!
8th level Conjuration, casting time of 1 minute, range of sight, components verbal somatic, duration concentration up to 6 rounds. It's a very particular amount of time. A wall of water springs into existence at a point you choose within range. You can make the wall up to 300 feet long, 300 feet wide. Oh my god. You can make the wall up to 300 feet long, 300 feet high, and 50 feet thick. The wall lasts for the duration. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 6d10 bludgeoning damage, or half as much damage on a successful one. At the start of each of your turns after the wall appears, the wall along with any creatures in it moves 50 feet away from you. Any huge or smaller creature inside the wall whose space the wall enters when it moves must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 5d10 bludgeoning damage. A creature can take this damage only once per round. At the end of the turn, the wall's height is reduced by 50 feet, and the damage creatures take from the spell on subsequent rounds is reduced by 1d10. When the wall reaches 0 feet in height, the spell ends. It's taken about 4 minutes just to read through this spell. A creature caught in the wall can move by swimming. Because of the force of the wave, though, the creature must make a successful strength athletics check against the spell save DC in order to move at all. If it fails the check, it can't move. A creature that moves out of the wall area... A creature that moves out of the area falls to the ground. Okay. Why haven't I seen this cast? Because that's not bad. Well, I guess it's the casting time of 1 minute. Again, this is an army wipe. It's another large-scale druidic destruction spell, like Storm of Vengeance, that just doesn't seem that much play. But also, just does more damage over a larger area, and structurally, I remembered the spell wrong. I thought it was only 50 feet high and like 60 feet wide. I don't know why, but that's what I thought it was. It can be up to 300 feet wide and 300 feet tall. You can hit flying targets with this. That's ridiculous. It really is. It also doesn't need a body of water to already be placed, as it's conjuration, it's not transmutation. You're just summoning this massive tsunami. And it's more than tsunami, this is an apocalyptic wave. 300 feet tall. 300 feet! 60-10 on the initial casting, and every round after that, creatures that are either already caught in it or then become caught in it take 5d10 damage of bludgeoning. Probably, I'd at least rule that this is also hitting structures, because it's also anything else caught in it. While it doesn't specifically state it's damaging buildings, it is a 300-foot tall tsunami. That is 50 feet deep. It is one massive wave. It's literally a wipe away an army. Because it moves 50 feet away from you, and, again, like Storm of Vengeance, is sight! Everything that you could do with Storm of Vengeance, where you can abuse where sight is and how you're spying on a situation, you can do with Tsunami, and it's one level lower. This kills a town. This is devastating. Tsunamis in real life are devastating. This is a fantasy one, 300 feet tall, 300 foot wide, 50 foot thick. And it's every day. A long rest, you get this back. And then you can cast Storm of Vengeance if you felt like it after, or just use a 9th level to cast this. And that's not bad damage. Yes, you have to wait per round, but it catches creatures in it. It's not a spell area that moves that, oh, well, yeah, of course they can walk out of it or move out of the way. Once they're in it, they're caught. They have to make a check to get out of it. So it's closer to spells like you're placing an effect on a target. Except this one, it's an effect that catches targets. While the damage itself is reducing, first 2 rounds, the initial casting and then the first round after that, that's already 11d10. That's not that bad, and especially when it comes to just commoners, basic soldier. Alright, yeah, bring up the chart again. Here's the health of commoner, soldier, goblin. They're dead. Wipe away towns and armies, especially if you count this for damaging buildings. That town's gone. That village is removed. Just like Earthquake, except this wipes it away, sweeps it away, and specifically also does damage to creatures that are caught in it, not just like Earthquake, which relies on the structures around it to deal damage to the target. Earthquake, same level, does have to be done in a city. It is devastating if it's done there, especially to the structures, but it also has to rely on there being structures to destroy in the first place to hit any creatures in the area. Tsunami, you don't need to worry about that, and is likely also destroying buildings alongside it. That's just devastating. That is... I mean, just like Earthquake, it's another natural disaster. It takes a minute to cast. This is sight. Range of sight. Again, if you can... Other ways of manipulating your sight, or how to get range on a target, or see something in the distance. And it doesn't need water nearby. This isn't modifying the lake. This isn't forming a whirlpool within it, or flipping a ship by changing the water underneath it. This is just a tsunami appears, 300 foot tall, 300 foot wide. You could be in the Shire and then it's drowned. Man, I entirely forgot the damage and entire height and area this dealt. Oh man. 10 out of 10. Traps targets, does more initial damage, massive area. A little more limited in scope if it's not stationary, like that you could get away with... Okay, slightly different roll, slightly lower level. Still worth it if you have the setup, because that's the big thing, is it takes a minute to cast, so you need setup. But it's a range of sight. So if you ever get the drop on someone or over on a cliff's edge that you're hiding at, not a bad opener. At all. And a villain-wise, oh man, villain-wise. Whew. 10 out of 10.